What is going on, Wolfpack? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today, we're going to talk about Saitamask and some of the things that we need to pay attention to. Now, remember, I always like to preface by saying that I am not a financial advisor, but rather, I always try to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. And man, oh man, I understand the market has been rough, and I see Saitama has been downtrending, but you guys got to understand that there's always going to be, hopefully, some sunshine following the rainfall. So let's go ahead and dive into Saitamask. But before I even jump in, guys, I want to mention today's video is actually going to be sponsored by public.com. It's an investing app where you can invest into stocks, ETFs, and of course, cryptocurrency with any amount of money that you would like. Don't have to worry about gas fees and things like that. So more on that a little bit later in the video. So a huge shout out to Public for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's start by looking at the Saitama token price action. As you guys can see, sitting at 5,111 Satoshi units is what we'll call this. From its all-time high, we are down more than about 60%. So for me, Saitama is one of those tokens that I got in extremely early in the summer. And you guys know that story. So those of you who've been with me on the channel for a really long time, you guys have been taking advantage of the fact that Saitama has been going up significantly. We've been taking profits along the way up, but at all-time highs, we were up over 100x on our Saitama investment, but currently sitting at still about a 50x gain or a 50,000% upside from our initial investment. Now, people are asking me, Pop, are you buying, holding, or selling? Are you worried about the FUD? Are you worried about the bot attack, the DDoS? The answer is always going to be no. Because think about typical launches for anything. Always, the day of the launch, something bad tends to happen for most projects. Let's go back and look at Shiba Swap, right? I'm a huge Shiba Inu investor, and I'm extremely bullish on the project. But remember what happened with the swap? There were some issues with distribution. There was issues with the mechanics. I had trouble swapping on day one, glitches here and there. It's common. And good development teams continue to communicate with their individual investor groups, letting them know, hey, we are working on finding a solution. Well, guess what? Saitama Guru came out and he spoke out. He said, jealous right now, me and my iPhone will wait till tomorrow. Android users have been able to download Saitamask, put money into Saitamask, and start purchasing tokens without having to worry about gas fees. Following that, there was also information from the Certic security leaderboard only 12 hours ago saying Skynet is now active for Saitamask. Saitama Wolfpack, you can now view an on-chain data, liquidity and distribution analysis, and more from one place. Check it out. So again, you guys need to understand, Certic is one of the biggest auditing firms out there, and the fact that they're backing Saitamask is huge. So from a security standpoint, we can have definitely some reassurance. In addition, look at what happened here when someone completed a transaction utilizing Saitamask. Did my first transaction on Saitamask to test it out, the gas fee was not even 1 penny. Ethereum fee was still the cheapest I've ever paid for any transaction, regardless of the amount I was trying to buy. Thank you to Saitama, the team, and the hard work you've done. So again, huge shout out to Russ, huge shout out to Nam, Max, the entire development team for creating a solid project. I understand it's been frustrating, folks. Trust me, I understand it. And Wolfpack, guys, remember, I've been with you guys since day one, and this is not a token I will ever abandon just because the market is red, just because there's FUD, because I'm always here, regardless of project, literally, regardless of what project it is that I'm covering or talking about. When it's having a bad day or having a tough time, that's the time when they need the most attention, right? It's like a child, a baby that you're growing or you're raising. When it's having a good day, it's smiling, it's enjoying its time, you let it be, let it do its thing. But when it's having a rough day, that's the time you have to sit down with it. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a talk, calm things down, and then we keep it going. The baby will smile again. Things are going to get better. I know that's the weirdest analogy, but that's the one I wanted to come up with. Also, guys, one of my new projects personally that I'm working on before we jump into public is the YourPOP cast. So I'm creating the YourPOP cast, which is going to be a podcast for individuals. I hope to have big developers come on here to discuss that side of cryptocurrency, just to talk about all things crypto, all things financial related, real estate and whatnot. but I want to create it into these 1 hour segments of having the discussions about the ups and the downs, right? People's experiences. The first people I'll be interviewing are going to be a part of the SHIB community, those who invested $8,000 and turned to $9 million. But I also want to interview some of the Wolfpack. So again, if you're someone that is interested, check out the link in the description below and consider subscribing to the channel, which is again, Your Popcast. Check it out. There's always going to be a link in the description for that until I launch my first video, which hopefully will be at the end of January. Now, a word from the sponsor of today, which as you guys can see is public.com. A huge shout out to Public. So what I personally really love about Public is that it helps people become better investors. You can follow other investors and share ideas, and that's the coolest part. So I found out about this app specifically from Graham Stephan, and that's someone who I watch for his financial related videos. Well, they sent an email to me saying, hey, would you like to have a sponsor a video of yours? And I said, that sounds fantastic. I love utilizing your platform, and I would love to have my own page, a landing page for you guys. That'd be amazing. So again, this also shows, for example, if you decide to follow me on Public's platform, you could see what trends I follow, what kind of stocks that I like to buy, what kind of crypto I like to buy. That's the cool thing about it. So again, you guys could see this here is the landing page, which is if you want to follow me on Public, specifically on their platform, all you got to do is basically go directly on public.com and then search for @YourPOP, and then you could find me on there. So again, remember, there's no commissions on standard stock trading. It's 100% commission free. Plus, Public puts investors first all the time and does not sell your trades to market makers like other investment apps, which unfortunately is, kind of plaguing the space. So if you want to get some free money, you'll get a free stock worth up to $300. So between $300 and $300 could be 100% yours, like it shows on the screen when you go to public.com/YourPOP. I'll put the link in the description below and go ahead and create your account. Get started today, check it out. And once again, make sure to go to public.com/YourPOP to get your free stock. Click the link in the description. I appreciate you guys' support so much for allowing me to get these kind of opportunities. Without the Wolfpack, without the SHIB Army, without all the communities that have supported me on my channel, none of this would have been possible. So I appreciate you guys for presenting these kind of opportunities to me, and hope to always give that back to you all. But until next time, Wolfpack, stay strong. Understand that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And until next time, everybody, keep investing. Peace.